So, as a foundation, I applaud you. Please be very conscious of us as an IFP, of where we come from, what you stand for, and make sure that you're ready in schools and in the societies that are contributing into our party, which are forbidden to the teachings of our founding father. Funds permitting no doubt. This foundation needs to be capacitated to be able to do research, develop position papers, be part of the discourse in the country, and join other, collaborate with other foundations of like-minded, and also with the institutions of higher learning. Because as I said, the legacy is big. In fact, in 10 years to come, the foundation should really be in a position to influence institutions of higher learning, but the legacy of be part of the studies for those who want to do masters and PhDs of his leadership, his legacy, and all of it. I will therefore support this as the IFP campaign, and please, TG, fulfill your promise that you made in the launch of the foundation of opening the satellite office outside KwaZulu-Natal. I thank you.
Thank you. Let's give him a round of applause. If I was in the church, I was going to, if you were in the church, you stand up, you first confirm whether you are a child of God or what, because you do that. But I want to say I'm from Ingwavuma, born and bred there. Then I'm the beneficiary of what you did. When the apartheid government was thinking of taking Ingwavuma to solve them for the following reason. When there was someone who was troublesome in Durban, with some respect, wherever, they will say, take that person to Ingwavuma, because they were taking Ingwavuma as a punishment area, where development was not gonna be taken to. But umntwana, as a person who has Ubuntu, he said, no, this is part of South Africa, this is part of KwaZulu-Natal, this is where our Amakosi are, then this is part of our history. And then he fought. Then I benefited, and I'm a walking testimony to say, if umntwana was not there, Ingwavuma ngabe today is part of Swaziland, no one was going to defend that. And for that reason, I'm happy that we are really opening these offices in honor of, in his behalf, because without umntwana, abantu baseNgwavuma over about 279,000 ngabe they are not part of South Africa. Abantu find them saying, we want to go to Ingwavuma, we want to go wherever, claiming victory over something that was done by a humble man of God. Then let me call someone with a message of support. That will be Honorable A.T. Ntuli, IFP KZN Provincial Chairperson, and also the Premier of KwaZulu-Natal.
Thank you, Program Director. The MEC for Agriculture and Rural Development in KwaZulu-Natal, the Chairperson of the Foundation, Honorable V.F. Hlabisa, who's also the President of the IFP, and the Minister for Culture, Ndabezitha Inkosi Buthelezi, Princess Phumzile Shenge, Mafungaswa Phindangene Ndlunkulu, Umamohale, the entire Buthelezi family, Kwasizabantu family, the National Chairperson, Honorable MP Gwala, Secretary General Honorable S.L. Ngobo, the Deputy SG Honorable Mngwango, MEC Zondi, Reverend Zondi, not Zondi, Reverend Zondi, the Deputy Minister Mkhuleko Hlengwa, honorable leaders, all our leaders present, members of the media present, Ubaba Umfundisi, distinguished guests. This week has been an emotional one for us as a province and as a nation. We have been taken down memory lane as we remembered our founder, our leader, our father, Umntwana wakaPhendangene. His name continues to echo in our collective memory, not only as a towering statesman, but as a servant of the people who dedicated his life to the struggle for freedom, democracy, and the preservation of our culture and values. Kosakhulu ndabezitha umntwana, kosacebe khulu, ukuba ngakhuleki abahlonishwa imeya ekhona. Today, as we gather to launch Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi Foundation offices in his honor, we are not merely opening a physical space, we are creating a living monument, a center of memory and reflection that will allow future generations to draw inspiration from his ethical leadership, his resilience, and his vision for KwaZulu-Natal and South Africa. Prince of KwaPhendangene was more than a political leader. He was a custodian of our heritage. He taught us that politics should not be divorced from the values of respect, unity, and service. He reminded us that leadership is not about power or position, but about responsibility, humility, and the courage to stand firm in one's convictions. This office will serve as a reminder of those values to all of us. I must thank you, Ngoja, as the chairman of the foundation, and the members of the foundation for the work really you have invested, which will remain even when all of us are gone. This will be a place where young people can come to learn about our history, not in abstract terms, but through the lived example of a man who walked among us, who fought for justice and who understood the delicate balance between tradition and modesty. We view this initiative as part of our broader responsibility to preserve the legacy of those who shaped our path to democracy. In honoring Umntwana, we reaffirm our commitment to inclusive growth, social justice, and the building of a capable ethical state, values that he himself stood for through his entire life. We are aware that moments such as these carry deep emotions. They remind us of our fragility, but also our strength. They remind us that leadership is not an inheritance, but a calling. And they challenge us to ensure that our own generation does not betray the sacrifices of those who came before us. Let this office stand as a beacon of hope, a resource for knowledge, and a bridge between the past and the future. It must remind us every day that KwaZulu-Natal is a province rich in history, endowed with resilient people. Mntwana was a resilient leader, and blessed with leaders who gave their all to see us free today. To those of us who called him our father and our leader, we should, from this day forward, dedicate ourselves to being his true walking billboards and followers. We must carry his memory, not in words only, but in the way we live, in the way we lead, and in the way we serve. As his followers, we must spread his teachings through our day-to-day engagements with IFP comrades, with fellow South Africans of all political persuasions, and with people of all races and walks of life. These teachings include the concept of servant leadership, where authority is understood as service and not privilege. Social cohesion, where differences are not a source of conflicts, but a strength that enriches us all. And the building of trust between the people and their leaders, which is the foundation of a healthy democracy. Umntwana waPhindangena never tried of reminding us that leadership must always begin with service. He believed that a leader must walk among the people, listen to their struggles, and be accountable to them. That is the essence of servant leadership. And it is a value that this office must embody in all its work. And I think, Ngoja, that is what you are presenting to all of us as you lead the IFP. Equally so, he understood that a divided society cannot prosper. A divided society cannot prosper. He worked tirelessly to build bridges across political, cultural, and racial lines. In doing so, he taught us that reconciliation is not weakness, but a strength. Reconciliation is not weakness, but a strength. That peace is not the absence of struggle, but the fruit of courage and a sacrifice. Above all, he demonstrated that trust is earned. It is built slowly through consistency, integrity, and humility. These are qualities that should guide us as we move forward in service to the people of KwaZulu-Natal and South Africa. I want to pause there or to end there by saying we really are grateful as lead followers of Umntwana, as citizens of KwaZulu-Natal, as the contributors to the taking forward the legacy, to see this work. Really, I don't know, how can we ensure that the whole world will realize how great Umntwana is, not was. I said, well, after visiting Zambia, in Zambia, that is where I saw the real Umntwana. I don't think South Africa has seen that Umntwana. The way the government of Zambia gave reception to Umntwana, it told actually us that South Africa has not done enough. I so wish that we can have more hands that will also contribute in preserving the greatness that lived amongst us and in emulating the greatness, the servant leadership that Umntwana had. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I think I did not take more than 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mpemba. Let's give him a round of applause. Before I call the next speaker, I want to say Umntwana was the first person to recognize female amakhosi. We have amakhosi today in the whole country because of him, because he started here in KwaZulu-Natal. Also, he was the first person to appoint a female minister in his time. Bangalandela kabanye. But I will then request that I get a message of support from the Honorable MP Kwala, who is the IFP National Chairperson and the Chief Whip in the KZN Legislature.
Program Director, Honorable Madlopa Mthethwa, Reverend Ngobo. Greetings to the Chairperson, Honorable V.F. Hlabisa, who is the IFP President, and also the Minister of Kokta, Inkosi of the Buthelezi clan, and Ndlunkulu, Princess Pumzile, and members of the royal family present, Amakosi, Kulu, Ndabezita, all members of the foundation, Amakosi, as I've already greeted, Kulu, deputy ministers, MECs, deputy chair of the NSOP, Les Cavender, mayors, honorable members, and guests. It is with great pride and deep respect that I extend this message of support to the Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi Foundation, an institution dedicated to preserving the extraordinary legacy of a man who has shaped the very fabric of our nation. Though the foundation was formally established in 2021, today marks a momentous occasion as it opens its doors to the wider public and the media. This is more than a symbolic gesture. It is an open invitation to engage with its purpose, to reflect on its progress, and most importantly, to embrace its vision for the future. The foundation stands as a tribute to Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, founder of Inkatha Freedom Party and President Emeritus, a towering figure in our struggle for freedom and a guiding force during one of the most pivotal chapters in South Africa's history. As other speakers have alluded to this, Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi's leadership, characterized by humility, principle, and an unwavering commitment to peace and justice, remains a powerful example for generations to come. In honoring his legacy, this foundation does not merely preserve the past, it builds upon it. It champions the values Prince Buthelezi lived by: servant leadership, nation building, heritage, and empowerment, and seeks to carry these values forward through meaningful programs and public engagement. This initiative is not just about remembering a statement. It is about continuing with work he so passionately undertook, nurturing ethical leadership, promoting education, and uplifting communities. In doing so, the foundation ensures that his vision for a united and a morally grounded South Africa remains alive and relevant. The work of Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi is extensive. We also have a trust established in his name. We are proud of the Prince Mangosuthu and Harry Oppenheimer Trust, of which Asians chairperson, serve as a deputy chairperson. We believe that the trust and the foundation will be able to work hand in hand in due course. As the foundation now enters a new chapter, the IFP offers full support and encouragement. May it continue to inspire, to educate, and to serve as a living monument to one of South Africa's most distinguished sons. The IFP salute the Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi Foundation, and it wishes it continued growth and success in the years to come. I thank you very much, Honourable Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Mpepeza, for those remarks, and thank you to all that have come forward so far and made those wonderful remarks. Thank you, Sis Motlopa. We're going to call you back again. a little later. But I think maybe it's appropriate, Chairperson, for the trustees of the foundation just to stand and look back at the audience so you know who the trustees are. So if I can just request all the trustees please to stand, and so that everybody recognizes who the trustees are. We've got Lisa van der Merwe, Honorable Hlengwa there. Those are the trustees, and these are the other trustees of the foundation. Thank you very much. And the reason that I made them stand, including yourself, Chairperson, is there have been very many tall orders that have been given to us as the foundation by all the speakers. But besides what they would like to see, what we also acknowledge is the support from each one of them in their individual and official capacities moving forward. I know in Gauteng, all the Squealies live in Gauteng, so we'll get gold from Gauteng and we'll open a foundation office. But I'm sure Honorable Dlamini will spearhead the fundraising drive for us there in Gauteng, for us to have the presence of Mtwana. And if we can move to every other province, that will be so good, that we can have the presence of the foundation in every province of this country. Because Mtwana was a national leader, he was an international leader. So with the support of you and your friends who are not here, I'm sure we can achieve some of those objectives. Just one announcement we should have made early on. The ablutions, if any of you need to go, are just outside the building here at the back. We've got additional ablution facilities. So especially to the choir group that keep coming in here, we've got facilities out there. We're now going to move on with our program. We're doing well in terms of time, and before I call upon the next message of support by Shenga, I would respectfully request all of you to stand so we can get the blessings of Princess Makoko in this very venue, which we want to remain for years and years. They are just trying to locate the track, so if I may again respectfully ask you to take your seats, please. Before I call on Inkosi of the Buthelezi clan, we will have located the track. Mr. Ngobo is working hard. But let me use these few moments just to say that since the establishment of the foundation, we've done a lot of work. It has taken a lot of time to get our administration in order, to have the foundation registered as a trust with the Master of the Supreme Court, which it has been registered. We were also able now to get permission from South African Revenue Services to issue IT 18A certificates, so that if anybody wants to give us a donation, even now or in the future, you will get a tax certificate. Instead of paying the taxman, you rather give us some money here and claim that from the taxman, because your donation will be claimable